Okay, so let's work on feeling pressure at work and anxiety about it. Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So could you welcome however that makes you feel right now?
Mm-hmm.
And could you welcome if it feels important, serious, something you have to think about?
Yeah.
And then would you welcome how it all feels personal, like it is your work and your feelings, your life?
Yeah.
And then just for now, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to think that there's a problem? And if a question doesn't resonate or you don't, there's something you don't get it or feel it's somehow wrong, just let me know so I'll ask another
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. No, I think it resonates.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. I think I could let it go a little bit, but maybe not a lot.
A little bit is really good. Yes. That
Yeah.
that's what's the best you can. That's what it means. Just
Yeah.
as much or as little as you can this moment.
Mm-hmm.
So would you be open to letting go a little bit more still?
Yeah.
Good. And still a little bit more.
Yeah.
And would you be open to the possibility that the work might actually unfold easier and more effortlessly than you can imagine this moment?
Can you say that again?
Would you be open to the possibility that the work might get done more easily and more effortlessly than you can
Yeah.
imagine?
Yeah.
And then check again if there's still any expectation that the anxiety or stress or anything else you told about before, if there's any expectation that that might happen again.
Yeah.
And could you welcome that expectation?
Yeah.
And as best you can, could you let go of expecting that to happen?
Yeah.
And would you let go of expecting that to happen?
Yeah.
And when would you do that?
I want to say now, but I do recognize my own resistance
Okay.
to saying that. So
Yes. So would you just notice the resistance, the belief that it will continue?
yeah.
And is that resistance really helping you, making you feel more relaxed?
No.
So, as best you can, could you let go of the resistance?
Yeah.
And would you?
Yeah.
and when?
Now.
Good. And then check if there are still remaining expectations for the past to repeat itself.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
And that little bit, could you just welcome that?
Yeah.
And would you let go of that little bit?
Yeah.
And then would you notice the peace and relaxation and joy that is all around all those thoughts and feelings? And would you notice how that peace isn't affected by any other surface feeling?
Yeah.
And would you allow yourself to focus more on the peace?
Yeah.
And if there still is any expectation of the anxiety to come back or the stress to be there, could you allow those expectations to melt back to peace?
Yeah.
And now, when you think about your work, how does it feel now?
It feels a lot calmer.
Good. And is there still some expectation? Or?
Yeah, a little.
Yes. So, could that expectation, could you just notice it?
Yeah.
And would you then notice the peace that's surrounding it?
Yeah.
And again, notice the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
And then notice the peace. And how is it now?
Good.
Is
A
it
lot better.
good?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for asking. Okay, good. And Mary.
Yeah, since it came up, like I said earlier, I just wasn't expecting to get on. I didn't have anything, but then I realized once you asked how I was doing, I do find myself waking up every morning, well, and most through the day, trying to figure things out with all my basically all my health challenges.
Mhm.
And this, I think too, I realized that I've been so tired lately. I
Mhm.
feel like I'm going to make a wrong decision, but
Mm.
because I feel like I can't even think clearly. So I would love to release on trying to figure it out and the fear of making a wrong decision and uh, of what I'm doing, maybe the medications I'm taking and just do all that stuff. I'd love to release on that.
Okay. So would you welcome whatever that story brought up right now?
Yeah. A lot of I feel, yeah, confused and slightly overwhelmed. Yeah.
Mm. And is that welcomed and allowed?
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, because it's here. Yeah. Yeah. I can welcome that.
And then would you welcome any sense that it's important to figure those things out?
Yeah, it feels really important to figure those things out. Yeah.
Yes. And then would you welcome how personal that feels, like it is you who has to do that?
Wow. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. It does feel like I'm the only one who can figure it out. That, yeah, I
Mhm.
can welcome that.
Yes. And then just for now, and as best you can, could you let go of wanting to be the one who figures that out?
Could I let go of wanting to be the one to figure it out? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, I would be glad to let go of being the one to figure it all out. Yes.
Mm. And would you be open for the right solutions for you and your situation to show up when those decisions are needed or solutions?
Can you say that one more time?
So could you be open for the solutions or decisions that are right for you, for them to show up in the right time?
Oh, yes, that sounds really good.
Mm.
Yeah. That that feels very freeing. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And if you didn't have to spend your time trying to figure things out, how would that feel?
Oh, that would feel really good. Restful.
Mm.
I feel like I'm probably using up a lot of my energy that I don't have, trying to figure things out and reason things out, and if this and then that and what if. Yeah. So
Mm.
uh that sounds really good.
Yes, it is taking a lot of energy, and it feels logical, but it doesn't necessarily help. So would you allow yourself to feel relaxed? Be in that relaxed state.
Yes. Yeah.
And would you just notice the peace that is already here?
Yes.
And would you allow yourself to rest as that peace?
Yes.
And now when you think about your situation, your health, how does it feel right now?
Very peaceful.
Mm.
Very peaceful. Like after the call, I can lay, well, I'm already laying down, so I can just roll over and take a nap if that's what I need, trusting that the right answers, the right solutions will be there when I need them and I don't have to figure it out.
Yes.
That feels really good.
Well,
Good. Thank
you. Thank you.
you. Thank you, Katja.
Thanks, Mary. Okay. And Marie Francois.
Hi, good morning, Katja.
Good morning. Good morning.
Where I am.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So, I was journaling yesterday and I don't know, I'm having a hard time, like, I guess releasing the past. Something was sent to me,
Mm-hmm.
a picture of me and my son when he was little, and he's hugging me and kissing me, and
Mm.
I haven't seen him or spoken to him in about 2 years now. It'll be
Mm.
2 years in March
Mm-hmm.
when I set a boundary, and then that was that.
Mm-hmm.
He cut me off like I was nothing and nobody.
Mm.
And I've been really trying so hard to move forward in my life and just have a decent, good life. And I'm just so stuck. I'm auditioning, doing things in my career, but I still haven't booked anything. And I don't, I'm still unpartnered and I'm still struggling with money. And I don't know what is it that I need to let go of so that my life can improve. And I'm trying not to think about age so much, but we're only here for a certain amount of time and I've already used way more than half of it up probably. And it just feels like such a waste. I had so many things I wanted to do in life and be, and I've been trying to get myself to a place where I feel inspired
Mm-hmm.
and able to do the things. And now I just feel like every day I'm kind of wasting it. And this has been going on for years. And I would love for today to be a productive day and for me not to think about all this stuff and I don't be plagued by it, maybe be at peace with it or, think about what excites and inspires me. I haven't felt excited and inspired. It's such a long time.
Mm.
And I don't want to fall into depression again. I don't want to, because that doesn't help. And I don't know. I thought I had gotten past like hating myself, but it just seems that it's back again. I'm just like, oh no.
Mm. Well, first of all, just want to say that feelings they do come and go, and unfortunately we can't promise the everlasting happy days, even with releasing. But what we can promise is that those downs won't have to be so deep, last for so long as they otherwise might. But it sounds there is some space for releasing, so shall we begin?
I'm sure.
So would you welcome however you feel right now after sharing that story?
Yes.
And would you welcome how big and heavy it might feel?
Yes.
And then would you welcome if there's any sense that those stories are telling the truth of you and your life?
Yes.
And what if that wasn't the case? What if
I don't understand. Mhm.
What if that was just the story the mind created? Or not even created, but more like recording of an older story.
I don't understand. Those things these things I mentioned are happening now.
Yes. Those things are happening now, but how they make you feel. You mentioned that you haven't felt excited for a long time, or you are afraid that you are wasting your time. They sound to me like you would have had those thoughts or feelings before.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm just like, I'm so sad that they're still here. I mean, they never really left. They
Yeah.
don't ever go. I'm just tired. I'm
Oh,
just like,
could
this
you-
is it.
Yes,
I think I'm getting hope.
could you welcome that sense that they are still here, again here?
Yeah.
And could you welcome all the wanting to do something about that?
Yes.
And would you welcome how it means feels personal?
Yeah, it feels very embarrassing and shameful.
Hmm? And are those feelings allowed and welcomed here?
I guess so. They're just here.
Yeah. And then, as best you can, and just now, could you let go of wanting to believe what those stories say?
I don't want to like be in La La Land.
You're not going to fall or kind of find yourself in La La Land. But those stories are kind of they are a filter of how you see that, or how the life feels this moment. And whenever we are feeling down, we have kind of like a dark filter in front of us. And everything seems gloomier than it really is. And then when we are feeling better, the filter is removed and we see more clearly what's actually here. It doesn't mean you are seeing through pink filter or some filter.
Some kind of web filter? What was the last thing you said? You went out.
Pink fairy tale filter.
Ah,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as best you can, could you just welcome however you're feeling this moment?
I can notice it.
Good. And could you let go of wanting to take them seriously as best you can?
Mm. Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Well, if you could, would you?
Yes.
And then would you notice that peace and acceptance that is beyond and beneath that story and those feelings?
Mm. I don't know, barely. Maybe. I can't like it. I can't stay there apparently. It doesn't.
In the peace? Or
Yeah,
what?
I can't.
Mm.
My thoughts keep intruding. It's really hard. I
Yeah.
can't seem to. I can't hold it.
No, you don't have to hold to it. It's the peace never leaves. The thoughts and feelings come on top of it. But it's good you notice it even for a fraction of a second. So could you notice again the thoughts and feelings?
Yes.
And again, notice that peace and acceptance as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then notice the thoughts and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Then notice again the peace and acceptance.
Trying to force myself. I can't really do it.
So could you welcome the sense that you have to force yourself to notice the peace?
Yes.
And could you let go of wanting to force yourself?
Yes.
And what if for this moment you could just relax?
I'm feeling too scared.
Hmm? And is that fear allowed?
It's so uncomfortable. Not really.
So would you just notice the fear as best you can?
Yes.
And is that fear all there is right now?
Yes.
So could you notice if the peace is harder to find, so could you notice some part of your body that is okay this moment? Like your index finger or toes
My index finger?
or your toes. You can pick which part of the body
Okay.
is good.
Okay.
Mhm. And then notice the fear, how that feels now.
It's not so intense.
Yes. Because you notice something that is fine. And there's, even when it feels really, really intense, there's always the vast majority of you and your life is fine. We just laser focus on that thing which isn't or feels like it isn't. And that's what we all do. It's perfectly fine. But luckily, we can release and notice that peace again. So, how does it feel now?
That intense fear kind of went away.
Good.
I feel yeah, I feel a little bit. Yeah, that was like really a strong.
Yes, it can be. But isn't it lovely how it can feel strong and then it's gone in a few seconds?
Yeah. As soon as I noticed my finger.
Good. And it's a good thing you have your finger with you always. So
I wouldn't have thought to do that. Yeah.
yes. Can all
My mind never thinks anything small makes a difference. I know that.
yes, mine's are grandiose. They love drama. So
Mhm.
they like big gestures and stuff. So how is it now? What's there now?
It's a lot more peaceful. I can hear the birds chirping outside.
Lovely.
I didn't hear them before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for asking and sharing. Okay, and Una,
Hello, good morning.
good morning.
Good evening. I was wondering if you could do a release on resistance to now and the present moment.
Yes. A group release or
Doesn't matter either.
okay. Anything more?
Yeah, actually one-on-one. It would be
One-on-one.
great.
Okay, good. Let's do that. So, would you welcome all the resistance there seems to be this moment?
Yeah.
And would you welcome how it feels? Or possibly important and meaningful, heavy or big or
Yeah. Yeah, it feels really important and annoying.
so would you allow it to feel as important as it feels this moment?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then would you allow it to feel as unimportant and meaningless as it is?
Yeah. Gladly.
And then would you allow the importance to drop away and fade?
Mhm. Mm.
And then would you be open to allowing what is to be as it is?
Mhm. Mm. Mm. Mhm.
And when you take a look at what is, how does it feel now?
It feels like the quality of light. It just is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And could you allow it to be that way?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And then I want to worry about the future in the now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And could you let go of wanting to worry about the future?
Yeah.
And would you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And would you allow yourself to trust the unfolding?
Mhm.
Just relax and enjoy the flow.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Barbara. Are you there, Barbara, now? Barbara is doing something else right now, so let's check back with her in a minute. And does anyone else have something you'd like to ask assistance with or suggest a group release about? Holly. You are muted, so
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
yes, now I hear you. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize I need to raise my hand before, but now I know.
No, it's
Would you
fine.
be able to do like a group release on like either approval or security, control, or any of those?
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Basic ones, they are always a good one.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, let's do a group release and then Barbara, I'll check with you if you're back. So, first of all, just let yourself stop and be. And then just notice what is here now. And then notice if what is here now brings up any resistance or any wanting what is to be different as it is. And notice if there's any wanting approval, any wanting other people to accept you, like you, love you. Notice you are doing well. Or any other way of wanting approval. And just welcome whatever that brings up. And would you welcome how personal that feels? How it feels you need to have approval or you want to have approval from others. And then, as best you can, could you let go of wanting approval from others? Could you let go of believing the approval and love are out there for others to give you or deny from you? And as best you can, could you just give yourself all the approval you need? And notice the love and approval, acceptance that is already here, beyond and beneath any feeling, any thought, any wanting. And then again, think about the life, how it seems to be. And notice if that brings up anyone in control. Any wanting to change the way things are. Any resistance towards the way things are. Any wanting to figure out why things are the way they are or what you ought to do. Or any other way of wanting control. And could you just welcome how much you want to control what is? And then what you notice, if there's any wanting to be controlled by anything, by your health, by other people, by money, by your surroundings, world politics, anything, your feelings. And would you welcome all the wanting to be controlled, wanting to give your power away? And then, for now, just for now and as best you can, could you let go of wanting to control and wanting to be controlled? And would you let go wanting control or wanting to be controlled? And when? And would you grant the life the right to be as it is? And notice how much more relaxing it is to allow everything unfold instead of trying to control everything. And notice how everything is already taking care of itself, including you. And then think about the all and what's going on in your life and notice if that brings up any wanting safety. And just welcome all the wanting to be safe, all the wanting to defend or protect yourself, all the wanting to hide. And just notice how it feels that safety is something you also need to get from someone or from something. And would you let go of wanting safety? And would you let go of believing safety is out there for you to be got or hold on to or somehow achieved? And just for now, as best you can, could you just give yourself all the safety you need? And if that feels challenging or you're not sure how to do that, would you notice the peace that is already here? And notice how that peace doesn't need anything to be safe. And how that peace never goes anywhere. It is here. And then let yourself think about your life again and notice if there's any wanting separation or any wanting oneness. And just welcome all the wanting to be separate, wanting to be away from something or someone's, not wanting to be part of something. And notice the wanting to be one, wanting to belong, and just welcome, however that feels right now. And then, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to believe that you could be separate from oneness? And would you just notice the love and peace that are, without boundaries, without separation? And would you allow yourself to relax into the one love, one peace that is here already, beyond any wanting, beyond any thought, any belief? And just let yourself relax and be and be. Good. Okay, I hope. Was that what you had in mind, something, Holly?
Yeah, thank you so much, Katja. That was really great. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And Barbara? Yes. Hello.
But
Yeah.
aren't you at the end of your call or no, or?
No, we have still 8 minutes.
Okay, so how do I make it quick? So as you know, I was working a job. I kind of got, I don't want to say yelled at, but kind of, it wasn't very good today. So it looks like I have to quit tomorrow, which means I'm going to lose 1,100 euros. Because of the situation, the way I was told off today. I was told off in a nice way, but it wasn't very nice. Let's put it this way, I was made to like be a liar, which I wasn't. So anyway, I have to quit because of, and anyway, the way I was talked to today just made me really sad and disappointed, and now losing the 1,100 euros. I think it's even more than that. And so I'm really exhausted, because they won't pay for the training. And basically what I was told today, look, if you don't get it together with the technical stuff, we're not going to help you anymore. And they never helped me in the first place. And their system doesn't work. Anyway, I'm really upset about it. Because I really worked so hard and worked my ass off. Now I won't even get paid. I've been doing it since the beginning of January, 3rd of January, basically. Working 45 hours a week. I'm exhausted, and they don't pay for the training if you don't work. And I yeah. they said I was told, for instance, my headset was supposed to be a different headset, and I said I was never told that. I'm 65 years old. I'm not stupid, if I was told it. Anyway, I would have had a different headset, and my technical stuff isn't working, and their technical stuff isn't working. I'm not the only one. Anyway, I'm just really feeling overwhelmed, sad that I'm losing the money now. I put all this work and time and private time, and my back now hurts. You kill yourself for these jobs and you get nothing from it.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm just really disappointed and sad. And I'm really sad the way he talked to me today, and I couldn't do any work today because they say I don't have the right headset.
Mm.
So anyway, yeah. And I can't do tomorrow because I don't have the type of headset. They want you to go shopping at the same time you're working. It just doesn't work. So
Mm.
so I'm really upset and
Yeah.
I'm disappointed and my head hurts and I was crying and it's time to go back into the business. And I already spoke to the two people I want to do business with. The
Mhm.
one called me and the other one said they're ready. I can't keep going, Marie Francois. I can't because my technical stuff isn't working and they gave me a hard time on that and they won't help me anymore. They never helped me anyway. So I can't. So, and I'm not going to go through that torture the way they're treating me, Marie Francois. No, they really treated me like shit today. So anyway, I'm not, I want to release all that. Excuse the French.
Yeah. So, would you welcome how you feel right now?
Yeah. Overload, overwhelmed, disappointment,
Mhm.
sad.
And would you welcome how that all feels really personal?
Yes.
And then notice all the wanting to do something about it.
Yep, and I feel like I can't.
Mhm. Well, would you notice that too?
Yeah.
And then, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to do anything about it?
Yeah.
And would you let go as much as you can?
Yeah. I mean, I'm having a little bit of a hard time because, like, at lunchtime, right in the middle of my lunch, my
Mhm.
internet didn't go down, but yet my computers didn't work.
Mm.
And the one screen went black, and I didn't know what to do with it and didn't go
Mm.
back on. They said download it twice, and it didn't work. And then I get hell for it, and they never taught me their system. So
Mm.
it's their fault, not mine, I'm pissed about it. I'm just really mad,
Yes. So could you welcome the sense that this all has been really unfair and you have been treated unfairly?
Yes, thank you.
Welcome how much you would want to change what happened.
Yes, and it really hurts.
Yes. So could you welcome that too, that hurt?
Yes.
And then as best you can, could you let the past be as it is?
Yep. I should have told him today on the spot I'm quitting instead of having to get up another day tomorrow when I end up quitting.
So would you welcome that too, that sense
Yeah.
that was also not right?
And another thing, I
Mhm.
got inside the room. Suddenly, technically, it didn't work for me either. And they muted me. And in German, you say, it sounds really horrible in German when you say, I muted you, meaning you can never talk again, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the trainer didn't talk to me anymore. He spoke to the other two. Maybe he thought I couldn't hear, but he said, do you guys want to go on a break? And never mention my name again to say, Barbara, are you here? Maybe can you
Mm.
hear me? And just in case maybe you can't answer, but he
Mm.
didn't. He
Mm.
just ignored me as if I wasn't there anymore. I mean, he couldn't see me,
Yes.
but wow. And then he made a joke in the end of the day saying the caller was like me because of the slowness. And he told somebody she did a great job when for me, when I interrupted the passenger yesterday, I made a mistake there. I normally wouldn't do that, but my headset was giving me problems. He said everything was great. And
Mhm.
she did all that wrong. I got hell for it yesterday, and she got all the good points today.
Mm.
I mean, I'm pissed.
Yes.
It hurts.
Understandably. Yes.
And then he makes a joke about the passenger that's like me, who was probably 65 or 70, just like me. So, because you could hear it. And it wasn't funny after getting bawled out and everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't funny. I mean, I got bawled out in a nice way, but they would have trained me on this stuff, you know? Yeah. So, anyway, it's a loss, but it's also helps me see why I quit the airlines 15 years ago. Now I have my clarity why I quit.
Okay, good. And would you be open to the future to be brighter?
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah.
And would you notice the courageousness and peace that are here already, even
Yeah.
beside that anger and frustration?
Yeah.
And would you allow yourself to take action from that peace and courageousness?
Can you imagine they expected me to have a headset? Go and get a headset while you're working. How am I supposed to shop while I'm working? And most of this whole time was like that, you know?
Yes.
With so much stress.
Mm.
Sorry I put myself through this and my cat and everybody around me.
And all of those, whatever the mind brings up, are they all allowed?
Yeah.
And then notice what kind of story the mind is weaving around it, making of it.
Yeah.
And could you let go of wanting to be the main character in that story?
Yeah. Yes.
And would you allow yourself to be guided and supported by the all?
Yeah, I would.
And right this moment, could you allow yourself to relax?
Yeah. I feel like I let myself be abused, like in an abusive relationship, you know? It's really abuse today. I was abused.
So if there's any sense that you're judging yourself for what happened, could you just notice that too?
Yeah.
And could you let go of wanting to judge yourself for what happened?
Yeah.
And what if it all is just what apparently happened?
Yeah.
And would you let go of wanting to make it meaningful or important? Wanting to
Go ahead.
hold on to it. And if there's any expectation that the future tomorrow or the future further on is going to go a certain way, could those expectations be released as well?
Yes.
And would you just allow the peace and courageousness to be there and guide you?
Yes. You know what I feel sorry about though?
Hmm?
At the end of the second week, I was crying so much. I was like, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I just got to quit. This is too much stress.
Mhm.
My colleague said, no, don't quit, don't quit. I was like, no, I gotta quit. Then I passed the test, and that kind of was a sense of approval. Maybe
Mhm.
I can manage further. But it was just so much constant stress. Like, at lunchtime today, I was busy with the computer. I didn't get to eat lunch. And it was
Mm.
things similar like that constantly, and you have to be at 10 places at one time. It just doesn't work, Yeah, I'm exhausted.
So maybe it is for the best.
Yep.
It's now and not like 6 months from now.
Oh, that's true too.
Mm.
It's a good point.
Mm.
Hope I learned my lesson. Yeah.
Well, it just happened. And it's not good or bad. It just happened.
Yeah. I definitely will not continue and let myself be abused. There's just no way. I'm not a little piece of shit,
No, yeah. Just notice the peace and courageousness. Don't have to. There doesn't need to be aggression for that.
Yeah.
And if the anger comes up, that's perfectly fine too.
Well, I got to put it all upon myself tomorrow and say, I'm going to quit because,
Mm.
you said you won't help me with the technical stuff. I don't have what I need. So I got to quit. I
No.
can't practice. I
But
got to
you
quit.
welcome the expectations that quitting will go in a certain way.
Yes.
And would you be open to it happening in a peaceful way that's for everyone's highest and best good?
Yeah. Well, I took you overboard. Sorry. So thank you for
Fine.
that.
It's fine. And
I know we're over time, Katja, but I just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day. I don't know if you celebrate in your country, but happy Valentine's Day to everyone. It's a day of love, even though, yeah,
yes,
you don't go into the history of it, but
happy Valentine.
so happy Valentine.
Actually, in Finland, it's celebrated as Friends Day. We celebrate friendship. So,
Oh, well, happy Friendship Day.
yeah, it's wider and in a way more accessible day for everyone.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I love that too.
Yes,
That would have been so much easier in school.
it definitely.
Yes.
That is,
Yes.
oh, and not forget school, like even as an adult, fantastic
Yeah.
friendship, much better,
Yes.
much better.
I'm going to celebrate Friendship Day from now on, actually.
Me
I like
too.
it.
Yes.
I'm going to say my friend from Finland told me about Friendship Day, and now that's all I
Exactly.
celebrate.
Yes.
Thank you, Katja.
Yes.
Agape love instead of
Yeah.
romantic eros, agape love.
Exactly.
Agape
Yes.
love. Exactly. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I said something. I was afraid to say something at first, but then I thought, why not?
No, it's lovely that that came up. I really like the Friendship Day idea. So
Yeah.
have a happy Valentine Friendship Day, everyone.
You too.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thanks,
so
everyone.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful call. Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.